all of the lives. So, hi, hello, 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 organic gold music. Hi, Mark. How are you? So, I am coming to you again from Romania, and it's been a really wild week. It's the kind of week that feels like a year. Hi, Christopher. Welcome. Hi, Andrew. Thank you for tuning in. And there's just so much to tell you about this week. There's just so much and not much time to um, tell you in. So I'll sum up. My parents' situation is contained as much as contained life can be contained, and health, and such a drastic change for my dad with his losing his sight. So it's been really up and down, and personally, I've gone through just all these stages of um, feeling really sad or feeling like it's not real because my dad's always playing jokes, and it's just like somewhere in my mind I'm thinking like he's just messing with us, like he's just pretending, but he is not, unfortunately, and it is real. And he has had the best attitude that I've ever, well, not ever. There's this other person who has an amazing attitude when they're sick. But anyway, um, in this context of Romanian culture, is just his attitude is very, very, very good. In this context, I mean, Eastern Europe has a more doom and gloom kind of attitude. For good reason. I mean, we've been under communism for a few decades, so that will leave some scars. But he's doing really, really great. And today I have a couple of musical treats for you, and one especially for Mark. Um, Hello, Sustained Official 217. And Mark requested this song that I'd never heard before. I should probably embarrass to say that I hadn't, but I hadn't. And I'm glad that I now have. And it's an Eagles song sung by Don Henley, and it's called Paradise. So I've been learning that song, and I will play that for Mark and for you all, but especially for you, Mark. And then I'm going to sing Leaves for you because I haven't played it in a while. And the reason why I want to do it, other than I love it, is that I am using a new instrument today. So you see my old childhood piano in the background. I just can't put up with how out of tune it is. So last week I did it, and it was sort of a very romantic sound, but it's just very loud and tinny and out of tune, and I can only take so much of out of tune romance. It's just that. And plus, I like to play with new toys. So this down here. Everyone on YouTube and Facebook, you can't really see it, but I'm telling you, and I'll describe it. It's a Wurlitzer. It's an electronic piano from the 70s, and it has been restored. And I inherited it in a war. So it's sort of like a bloody prize. But anyway, it's here, and I enjoy playing it, and as much as I enjoy any sort of experimenting with all kinds of different instruments. So I'm playing on the Wurlitzer today, and it is plugged in into this massive transformer because it's a US plug and all of that, and then to the wall. And I already tripped the switches in the house. Had to reset them. So hopefully the electricity will stay on. And the other thing is outside it is raining. Finally, it's been really, really hot, like hot and humid. I feel like I've replaced every molecule of water in my body through sweating and drinking, sweating and drinking. So the rain is very, very welcome. And I can see the lightning, and ooh, there's another one, and hear the thunder. So it's very good. Um, it's very romantic for a romantic such as I. Although I am more and more becoming a realist and a seer of truth. Which brings me to and I think I'll start with leaves today, because in my bridge, I say that my heart is not that clever to see through all the lies, and that was true. But I think I'm starting to see some things. Now, what to do with the things you see, then that's the next step in the adventure of life. So, we shall see. But I will play you a song, and then I'll tell you some more things if you'd like to hear. So I'll play Leaves for you, and would you let me know if the volume is okay? I wonder if you can hear the thunder. Can you hear the thunder? I'm going to adjust this screen here just a little bit so I just see. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I see your comments, and I don't see your comments right now. But if I press this button, will I see them? No. Stop that. I won't. But you know what? I'm going to respond to every single comment after the show. So, type away. Okay. So I am going to now play for you Leaves. Oh, and it has a pedal. This piano has a pedal, but it's not working. And I'm a pedal addict when it comes to piano. It's very frowned upon by people of high skill. But anyway, I admit it. I am hooked on it. And I can't use it. So I'm cut off from my what is it? Crutch. No pedal, no sustain. But I have vibrato. Okay. So this is Leaves. The leaves on the tree are falling down. I sit and I wait for you to call, for you to call. The baby next door is crying still. Nobody knows I'm here, all alone, all alone. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The things that last forever, they fade when evening comes. My heart is not that clever to see right through all of the lies. The leaves on the tree are turning green. I leave my bed still warm. It's time to go. It's time to go. I pack my bag and close the door. I listen to the wind. I'm not alone. I'm I'm not alone. Ooh, 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 I hope that sounded okay, volume wise. Um, oh, hi, Michael Winger. Hi, Doug. Welcome, welcome to the Thursday live stream from wherever I am in the world. From Romania now. Oh, glad you enjoyed it, Mark. So I am playing this here Wurlitzer. Michael Winger, you know this instrument well, because I think it lived at your house for a while. So, I don't know if you can hear the thunder and the lightning. It's really cool. I opened all the doors and windows. There it is. I love a summer storm. It's the best. So this next week, next Thursday, if all goes as planned, I will be singing to you from Ireland again. And yeah, it's crazy times right now, aren't they? Really crazy times. I'm really glad I came because it felt like my parents were just really falling apart. So it feels that my being here, and I don't feel like I did a lot. Like I just helped them with some errands and hung out with them, you know, just helped with some things. But I guess the presence of a person is something, and to them it means a lot. So, and it kind of jolted me out of this paralysis that I felt like I was in with travel. So before the first lockdown, before I sort of ended up in Ireland, I just traveled so much. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Michael, the version. I traveled so much, like I don't think I was in one place for, I think that I beat my own record by not going anywhere once for 8 weeks on purpose. I just stayed put in Paris. But other than that, like I'd just be gone all the time. And then being in one place for however long, 15 months or whatever. And then we're all just sort of fear pumped from everywhere. I just felt very enclosed and kind of imprisoned in some ways. And then by my own making, you know, and also by the world's making and people who decide what we do. So having to come here, I feel like was not only good for my parents, but it was good for me to kind of get me out of that rigid state. So with that, I want to play this other song for you that I wrote. And I don't have a title for it, so I'll just use the first line as the title, and it's called Don't Let Your Heart Fall. And Mark, I am keeping the best for last. Your song is coming next. So this, oh God, if I am to describe my music, I think it's either a mood. So I painted with sort of musical colors and words, and then some people love it, some people don't. Like somebody told me that just felt unfinished. I'm like, I know, it is unfinished, because nothing's ever really finished. So maybe I'm just very European in that sense, you know, like I make a movie with an open ending, or a song with an open thing. I don't know, but I'm playing with different things. that to say, like, some of my songs are sort of like sonic pictures and moods. So they just sort of like leaves for me. It's like they invite you in the room that I was in to feel, to observe what I was feeling, to hear what the sounds around me in Paris and Montmartre, what they inspired in me. So it's like a leaf, from my storybook. And then some, and so there's that. That's one type. And then the other type of songs are very mythological and well, because the first books that I read cover to cover, I don't know how many times, like, I don't want to say 100 times, but a lot of times I read Greek mythology over and over and over and over again. So I'm really not surprised. And then I have a really strong Judeo-Christian background as well, and then a Jewish background. I went through there for a while. So then I have all these myths from there. So there's that section of my songs. And then I think there might be a third, which to me kind of harks to folk songs of the 70s, where there's a story in it and sort of a lesson, which I mostly am teaching myself and whoever wants to find it useful. So all of that. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for joining. So this song is kind of the mythological flavor, if you will. And this, I played this song for you a while ago when it was just not as well formed. And it's still forming itself. But just to tell you a little bit of the story is, this year has been just grueling, as for most of us. And also a lot of, lesson learned and strength acquired. But I just would have these moments of just like sinking feeling, like for various reasons, macro and micro. But I was walking up the steps in the cottage, and I just felt my heart sink. And then I told myself, don't let your heart fall. Just don't let it. Just don't let it. And I just sort of like, in my imagination or in my soul, I just held my own heart up. And then I just felt this like, that creative surge. And I'm like, okay, something has to happen. So then I went downstairs to the piano and I just wrote, don't let your heart fall down to the bottom line. Because the reason why my heart felt like it was falling is just that decision was like, this is terrible. It's over. I have failed. All the usual blah, 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 all of that. So then I just told myself the opposite. Don't think about the bottom line, because this is not the bottom line and it's not over. And don't let your heart fall. So hopefully you can get something out of it, but I'll share it with you and hoping that you do. In the key of A minor, as any sort of intensely, the lighting is so much better on Instagram. Why? But I like it there too, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hi, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Okay, so don't let your heart fall. I hope you like it. Here it comes. Don't let your heart fall down to the bottom line. Don't lose yourself now. It's not all said and done. Don't wish it over before you know it's gone. Love is the answer. This is your solid ground. Don't run for shelter. Your skin can hide the hurt now. There's no one left to fear. Don't turn around now. The fight is almost won. Love is the answer. This is your holy ground. Ah, 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 Don't think it over before you go to sleep. Hold it together the night your doubt can keep. Don't think you're losing. You've been here before. Love is the answer. This is your holy ground. Ah, 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 Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it's yeah. What do you think about it? It's too intense. It's kind of James Bond sounding. It's not. That'd be cool if my song was in a James Bond movie. You know, when I was doing acting, when that was sort of my main gig, I really wanted to be a Bond girl. I thought, oh, that would just be the best. So instead, now I'm writing Bond-like songs. So that's that. And now I'm gonna check our time here. This is from Mark Keane, who requested the song Paradise. Providence. Oh, there comes another thunder. Cool. And I learned it, and I hope you like it. I'm glad you like it, Mark. And it's got some seriously profound and timely lyrics, I think. So I'm really appreciative, Mark, that you suggested this for me. So I changed the key because I'm a girl, and Don Henley's a man, and I need to sing it in my voice. So here we go. Wait. She came from Providence, the one in Rhode Island, where the world's shadows hang heavy in the air. She packed her She packed her hopes and dreams like a refugee, just as her father came across the sea. She heard about a place people were smiling. They spoke about the red men ways and how they loved the land. They came from everywhere to the great divide, seeking a place to stand or a place to hide. Down in the crowded bars, out for a good time. Can't wait to tell you all what it's like up there. They call it paradise, I don't know why. Somebody laid the mountains low while the town got high. Then the chilly winds blew down across the desert, through the canyons of the coast to the Malibu, where the pretty people play, hungry for power, to light their neon way, give them things to do. Some rich came and raped the land, nobody caught them. Put up a bunch of ugly boxes, and Jesus people bought them. And they called it paradise, the place to be. They watched the hazy sun sinking on the sea. We can leave it all behind and sail to Lahaina, just like the missionaries did so many years ago. They even bought a neon sign, Jesus is coming. They brought the white man's burden down, they brought the white man's rain. Who will provide the grand design? What is yours and what is mine? 'Cause there is no more new frontier. We have got to make it here. We satisfy our endless needs and justify our bloody deeds in the name of destiny and in the name of God. And you can see them there on a Sunday morning. Stand up and sing about what it's like up there. They call it paradise, I don't know why. Call someplace paradise and kiss it goodbye. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mark. I can do it better, and I will. I think I'm going to do it again in a couple of weeks because I'm a perfectionist. But because there are little things I want to do better. So it's evolving. But I hope you liked it. I'm glad you did. Thank you, Christopher. I'm glad you enjoyed it too. And that's about our time for today. So I would like to thank Mark again for suggesting the song because it's just so rich. and we were talking about me missing my California home, um, and I've been having conversations with my best friend basically for the last 20 years, and just about what's real and what's not, and facades and truth and authenticity and all that. And the song, talks about, um, the rich men who build ugly boxes, and then um, the pretty people hungry for power. So I still miss Malibu, but I see through a lot of the pretend. So um, I am wishing you a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and I will see you next Thursday. If the planes fly and if the world is still remotely free, I shall be flying on Sunday to arrive in Ireland Sunday afternoon. And it's been a really, really great trip to Romania. I haven't done much at all because I've just been home. Hello, Lind. And but I did go for a walk yesterday. So it's been a good trip. I'm really glad you came here with me virtually. And someday I would just so love to go on tour and perform for you live. Wouldn't that be cool? So maybe someday. Or maybe the world is ending. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next. Sending you lots of love and blessings and thunder and lightning and summer storms from Romania. And big hug. Bye. And now I'm going to sign off.